Your predecessor, Boris Johnson, launched the whole Levelling Up project because he said that he wanted to help specifically deprived communities out of London, the South East, because he said that they were overheating. Now, it is just a fact that in absolute terms, London and the South East got more than a lot of parts of the country. You're concentrating on per head funding. That's a long-term justification for spending less on the North that we've seen across many, many decades. Are we getting the kind of levelling up that we were promised in the 2019 general election by Boris Johnson? And is the thing that's really changed that you're worried about losing southern seats? And one linked question, are you 100% committed to the current plans for HS2?
So, again, it's kind of version of the same question, Sam. But look, we are completely committed to levelling up across the United Kingdom. And we've already been through a couple of ways of saying the same thing. If you look at how we're spending this money, it is disproportionately benefiting people in the northeast, the northwest, and that's great, right? And that is great. And part of what the former Prime Minister said is actually one of the criteria in this fund. It looks at the previous investment an area has received, because part of what we're trying to do here is say, hang on, there are some places that seem not to get the investment that others got, and we want to try and correct that where we can, and that's actually one of the criteria for what we're doing today, and we remain committed to delivering it. It's got, I mean, you talked about the politics of it. I think about half, or around half the funding that we announced over the course of today, or both funds, has actually gone to places that are not controlled by Conservative MPs or councils from memory. It's around half. So I don't think anyone can say it's being done on that basis. There's a completely objective, transparent criteria. It's all online. It talks about the things that I talked about with all of you before. We look at a project and say, can it be delivered? Who had the question about how long it's going to take, right? And we like say, hang on, no point doing stuff that can't work, right? Can it be delivered, this project? Is it a good fit for the local area? And what's the need of the local area is one of the specific criteria. And then, because, you know, we talked about, well, I can't do everything, we talked about value for money, right? Like, if we spend £1 here, are we going to get, you know, kind of £2 of value back from it? If we spend £1 here and we only get 50p, that's probably less good. Those are the types of things that we look at. This is ultimately, I'm spending all this money on your behalf. Those are all the things that you probably want me to look at to make sure that we're putting it in the right places. So that's how we've gone about it, and I'm really confident that it will make a big difference.